All right, so we will be talking about the developmental learning theories that we read about this week. Two different theories. The first one that I'm going to start with is the cognitive development theory. This was Paget's theory, and he described the work as genetic epistemology. And I found this image that sort of helped to represent that. And it's just saying how it is coming from your genetics and then what is learned, and it kind of becomes this chemistry experiment to child development. Some One of his main ideas with cognitive development theory was the idea of schemas, the outline or model that you refer to when in a new situation. And I found this image that I thought was helpful. It's showing the filing system in your brain that you'll reach for when you are encountering a new situation. So, children, when entering a new situation, they will try to assimilate and pull from a prior situation to deal with this new one. If they can't, they will do accommodation, which is when one of their schemas doesn't fit, and they will want to reach that equilibrium again. So they're going to start problem solving and figuring out what this new situation they are dealing with is. So this picture kind of showed that a boy has seen an orange cat. Then when he sees an orange cub, he thinks it's a cat, but they say no, it's a cub. And now he knows, okay, there's orange cats and then there are orange cubs. They look similar, but they're different. And then he developed the stages of development. So first one, sensory stage development, 0 to 2, when you have object awareness. Pre-operational stage, 2 to 7, when you're able to understand symbolism. Concrete operational stage, 7 to 11, can work things out mentally. And then the formal operational stage for 11 and up, when you begin to think more abstractly and methodically. This brought the ideas of discovery learning, that students learn best by doing, and the idea of readiness. And this really helped to shape curriculum, just showing that, students or children learn differently. They need to reach these certain stages before they can learn certain things. And I think that's just really obviously great to know as an educator, that you just need to go back to the basics and understand like what development your students are at, and that some can be slower, some can be faster when it comes to developing these stages. And so it has really just been the foundation of how we teach. The other theory was the zone of proximal development. This was Lev Getsky's theory, and it really looks at independent problem solving versus problem solving with guidance. And a main idea with it came scaffolding, and I put an image of scaffolding here because it really does make sense to think of it like building with scaffolding with a building. So while the building is getting built, it needs this support, this aid, and that is like students. While they're learning, they need support from a more knowledgeable other, or like a model, and this will help them to complete the task. So they might have some of the ideas from a prior schema, and they need a little bit more help though. So once being able to see it being modeled, they'll be able to complete the tasks on their own. Their effective scaffolding was 5 ways that teachers can do this for their students, making the content more relatable to them, breaking it down into steps, giving them clues, trying to avoid frustration, and then modeling it. Another idea is reciprocal teaching. I found this image. Just kind of asking a lot of questions to the students, just really trying to pull the information out from them, and then slowly reducing their help over time. And then knowledge through social interaction. This is giving them clues, adapting the material, and modeling. And then collaborative learning really shows why it's helpful to do group work in the classroom. It's great to put together students that are at different skill levels because the higher skill level students can help the other students, and that is a really great way for them to learn. So yeah, I think both of the theories together really help to understand how you can help students when they're in their developing years, and that really being an active problem solver, how that kind of comes through in both of these theories.